You greedy. You greedy. All you seek money. I never seek the money. I just wanted for me and my family to be comfortable. Now, in order to be comfortable, I have to chase a bigger goal. Now, I have to become 100 millionaire to be able to make my family comfortable.
It's Focus Connect back in the building. And Finesse 2tymes having an emotional breakdown right now over contract dispute. His money looking funny. And one thing this make me remember what my grandma said back in the day. You don't have any friends. And when I look at what went on with Finesse 2tymes getting out of the feds, and when he said that J. Prince Jr. was contacting him while he was locked up, and that he had his back while he was in the penitentiary. So Finesse 2tymes took that as a friendship. He took that as a bond. But you have to realize in life, anybody that's running a business, if they contact you, it's only because of what's going to benefit their business and their company. The care and the love ain't for you. It's for the bag. And you become a bag at that point. So if in your mind, you get to judging these situations like these people are your friends, that's where you break rule number one. But Finesse 2tymes got a lot on his plate. He don't had a lot of issues going on with his family. They have done interviews online speaking against Finesse 2tymes' character, speaking on how he haven't helped the family. But it's always a backdrop to these different stories because now you can see with the bad contract Finesse 2tymes signed as far as with mob ties. And then they saying even Moneybagg Yo got his hand in the pot some type of way from a contract. And Finesse 2tymes, it's an eye-opener to see that these people are not your friends. These were just business endeavors for these people. So at this point, I know it hurt. I can see the pain in Finesse 2tymes eye because we always see Finesse 2tymes being strong on the internet. We see Finesse 2tymes, as they call it in Memphis, checking people. Some places say jonesing and just clowning situations. And when I saw Finesse 2tymes go from focusing on the music to all of a sudden being a social media presence, I kind of knew some things was kind of out of line at that point in time. People like J. Prince Jr. and the Prince family, they're a brand, they're a business. So Finesse 2tymes got to understand a lot of things he have done have destroyed the relationship that he had from a business aspect with these people because they don't have time to hold your hand when they have already gave you the blueprint and the guidelines on how they have their business structure. They need you to fall in line with it. So if you get a part of that, you can't continuously think as an individual and make moves based on how you feel emotionally. You have to do everything within logic. And then we have to understand as a people, we got to start reading the fine print. Stop getting caught up on a person putting a chain around our neck or giving us a nice lump sum of money at one time and then showing us a lavish lifestyle. Basically showing us their lifestyle and showing you what your life can become if you stick by them and under their brand. But when Finesse 2tymes finally realized what he signed on that contract, I could see he's not pleased because we have had plenty of situations where we saw Finesse 2tymes saying he want to fight Junior, he want to box, and now he's saying, you know what I'm saying, man, your daddy he 300 M's up. I don't have that crutch behind me. I don't have that backing. So why would you try to hold me back? Where's the love? But what Finesse 2tymes got to understand about the game that he playing in, it ain't no love. And I'm looking at Finesse 2tymes brother saying that the only person he'll sign a deal with is mob ties, and if he don't sign with them, he gonna just stay independent. So you gotta think about J. Prince Jr. and them sitting back, and they whole brand is orchestrated around a family structure. Finesse 2tymes gotta look at this. When this person see the relationship that you have with your mama, with your brother, with your sibling, the back and forth situations y'all got going on online, that would make a person like J. Prince not trust you and feel like you can't be trusted. Cause Junior is being guided by his father. A lot of these decisions Junior making, he's sitting down at the round table with his father, and Finesse 2tymes have turned into a liability. But sometimes you got to know when to hold them and know when to fold them and know when not to speak on certain situations because these people holding your life in their hand. with you signing that contract, just say for instance, if that contract say Finesse 2tymes gotta lay down 3 albums, 4 albums, the Prince family have the power to say that they reject whatever project Finesse bring their way. They in full control because Finesse 2tymes really was used to making a lot of money off doing shows. It was cash on hand. It wasn't all built around contracts. It was built around verbal agreement. When I show up, I need my back end. I probably already got my front end, so when I show up, I need my back end. But see, when you get tied in with these labels, you obligated to a contract. So you have to know the ins and outs of that contract. You have to know what you can and can't do. You got to know what goes against the contract, and you got to know what you have to do to fulfill the obligations to get out of that contract. Because now you have done a lot of different things to rub these people the wrong way to where they can stagnate your career. But we gotta look at life and understand when it comes to business, it ain't no friends. You can't trust nobody but yourself. And when these labels get to coming at you, it's because you have something to offer. So at that point, people have to start realizing that I'm the bag. I may have to do a little more work to get the type of bread I need to get, but the talent I have these big heads of these different conglomerates reaching out to me, and it's only to make them money. It ain't about changing your life. That just comes along with it. But on their end, they just looking at what they can make off of you. And now we see why Finesse 2tymes want to fight everybody, why he's so angry about everything. And we see why Finesse 2tymes have been taking the internet approach at everything. And I even saw Finesse 2tymes earlier say Cheese and Academics ain't posting him no more. So that's why I see the big heads of these industries are putting strings behind the scenes to where your talent don't even matter. Cause they'll treat your life like it's a game. They money already secured. They don't need you. You were just gonna add to what was already going on. And you gotta understand your position. You the smallest thing on the totem pole when it come down to dealing with a Birdman, when it come down with dealing with a Jay-Z, when it come down to dealing with a Jay Prince. You're nothing. The talent have to realize you are nothing. They can create another you. They can build another you. So that's why you have to make sure and understand before you sign these contracts to understand what you're getting yourself into. People have to start reading the fine print. People have to start understanding that they need a lawyer, their own lawyer, to review these documents. And when I look at Finesse 2tymes, Sugar being arrested, Finesse 2tymes ain't at peace right now. Finesse 2tymes got a lot of different things going on emotionally. I even saw when he spoke on a situation about the game, speaking up in the Glorilla situation about people, family going against him. And Finesse 2tymes spoke on like, why didn't nobody come out when his family was going against him? But you gotta understand it ain't no love in this game. Everything riding on you as an individual. I'm out.